YouTube, what's going on? Trucker Hood, family, what up with everybody, man? Um, Whoa, almost lost that. Hope everyone enjoyed their Mother's Day weekend. Um, I definitely did. The wife didn't really want to do too much. She just wanted to go out. We went on like a nice little miniature hike and went out to a waterfall. She just wanted to vibe and drink some wine and just relax. And we sat out by the waterfall, let the kids go swimming. And yeah, man, we enjoyed it. We had a great time this weekend. I did do a little short video if anybody wanted to check it out or know where that place was. But other than that, there was something that was on my mind the entire time we were out there. Well, pretty much the entire weekend. And I wanted to reply so bad and be involved, but you know, it was Mother's Day weekend, and we had to, you know, here we go. I gotta make sure that the wifey is enjoying her Mother's Day. So that was more important than, you know, getting these videos or replying to some of the I seen some nonsense in the comments this weekend. And drivers, new drivers especially, please be very careful with the comments because they're so misleading. Drivers will jump in there. I seen one comment, a driver said, man, I've been driving 2 years and I never ever needed my manuals. 2 years is not a long time in drive and out here on the road. You're still new, basically. You will see, unless, let's put it this way, unless you're deciding that you want to stay with a mega carrier your entire trucking career, then by all means, automatic. If you want to be OTR, mega carrier, automatic all the way. And the video that I did was not about what's better, automatic or manual. I seen someone saying that, oh, automatics are better. For who? For what? It all depends on what you're doing. And you never know what you're going to be doing in the industry. People's lifestyles change. My lifestyle has changed plenty of times. So where I had to leave a company, not because we left on bad terms, but I left companies because things in my life they just changed. You know, maybe when my daughter was born, it was the reason I had to get off the road. You know, a parent may be sick. Just there's all types of reasons where you may have to change jobs. And if you decide to go local, which is one of the hardest positions to find when you have a CDL. Local positions, everyone wants them. And when you go into a local position, you have to remember that there's going to be a bunch of other drivers looking for these positions. Most of them will be 1 year experience to 4 year experience because they went OTR. That wasn't the thing. They may be young, and a lot of them do not have manual. I end up finding local jobs a lot easier to get if you have a manual endorsement because a lot of the local jobs may have 80% automatics and only 20%. They may even only have 5% manuals and 95% automatics. If they have at least one truck on their fleet that's a manual, they're gonna want you to be able to drive manual. They're gonna want that because you may be in an automatic truck at this local company, but if that truck goes down and they need you to make a run, they need to know that they can put you in that manual truck that they probably don't even use. It may be their backup truck, but they want to know that, can you get in there and drive it? Or do you have to take the day off? They're going to pick the guy that can come into work still, run that manual truck and make all his deliveries as if he was in an automatic. It gives you that upper hand. That's what the entire video was about. It wasn't a debate on what's the better truck and what pulls more, and it really depends on the job. Every truck is going to be different. Some trucks work for certain situations while other trucks don't, and that just that's just the way things are. And the reason why I try to get you guys to get this manual and make sure that you have it, just to give you, like I said in the video, I see a lot of in the comments, they might have read the title and didn't watch the video, they just commented. And then I didn't want any of the new drivers that are on the channel or looking to get into trucking to take those comments as gospel, because it may got a couple likes. And I noticed it didn't trigger any of the drivers that have a manual, that can drive manual. It didn't trigger any of them. It only triggered the guys that drive automatic. I find that strange and, well, ironic that, yeah, it only bothered those guys. And they're most of them, they're new drivers. Any vet with an automatic that's been in the game, they'll be able to tell you, man, I wish I had my manual because I had this one good job that I was going to go local with. Or they might not even know why they didn't get the job. And it may be once they asked for that ID and they took it in there and they looked on the front and back and said, whoa, automatic restriction. We got 3 manuals out there. I know we got a fleet of automatics. We probably could put them in one. And the first thing they're going to say is, well, what if that truck goes down and we got to put that in the shop? He can't work. This guy right here has a manual. He can drive manual. You can drive manual? Yeah. Let's get this guy the opportunity. I'm sorry, bro. I know you got 5 years or 4 years or whatever experience you got, but you got a automatic restriction on here. This guy got 2 years, but he can drive the manual that we have on our lot. So he's better suited for the position. That's pretty much all I was really getting at with the video. And I wasn't trying to like trigger anybody. I was just giving information where it's needed. And that's pretty much why I started the channel. I started this channel because I wanted to give information out there. Of course, at the end of the day, we got to look at, where do you want to go with this? Like, what do you want to do in trucking? For me, when I got in, I made all the mistakes. All of them. I made all of them. And I started this channel so you guys don't have to. And that's partially the reason. The crazy part is, the reason why I originally got into trucking was not because I wanted to be a truck driver. I got into trucking because I was really good at driving. Once I got into trucking, it was like, all right, I always was trying to advance what I was doing with myself. So when I got into trucking, I said, I'm gonna do this for 5 years, I'm gonna save up my money, and then what's gonna be my next advance? And I kept thinking, man, what else am I gonna do? What's the next step after trucking? I'm already driving the biggest thing on the road. There's nothing bigger than this. And then I had a delivery one day at an airport. And when I got there, I said, that's what I want to do next. So my whole goal after like the first year was to save up, and I wanted to get my pilot's license. I wanted to become an airline pilot. And I felt like that was going to be the peak of my career. Like, I just wanted to keep going up without having to go to college. I didn't want to have to spend a bunch of money and take my chances with the economy or the way the world's moving in college. I wanted to have a trade, have a skill, and keep advancing in my life that way. So a lot of you guys might be doing the same. Trucking may not be the pinnacle of your life, and you may want to go further with whatever you really want to do in the end. And I'm still behind the truck because I didn't have that guidance. I didn't have nobody to tell me, hey, don't do it this way. Don't go to this company. Don't make sure that you have this endorsement. Or, no one gave me the guidance. I didn't have family members, a dad, an uncle, anyone that was in the trucking industry that I could call on and be like, hey, could you help me out? There was no one. It was just me figuring it out on my own. And there may be some other drivers that watch the channel that have to come out here and figure it out on their own also. And I don't want you guys to have to make all the same mistakes that I did or struggle out here. So, yeah, man, that was all I pretty much wanted to clear up. Um, like I said, man, it just figure out what it is you really want to do in this industry or with this career, and and stay focused on that goal, on that dream, of whatever it is. Let me grab the camera because I got to check to see if this trailer is even empty. But stay focused on that goal or that dream that you want to accomplish. And if trucking is it, and you say, hey, I want to be a owner of a company and I want to own 500 trucks, it's possible. All of that is possible. It's mainly all about, are you going to be focused? Are you going to stay committed? And there's going to be all types of challenges that's going to get thrown in your way while you're out here on the road. And you got to figure out, am I mentally prepared to overcome every single one of these challenges? Am I mentally ready to, I ain't gonna drop that. Am I mentally ready to say, hey, if this happens in my life, I'm gonna do this? Like, have a plan A and a plan B for every situation that you may deal with when you get out here, so that when you get closer to your goals, nothing interrupts that. And you can, I'm trying to find the right words for it, but you can accomplish your goals basically at a reasonable time. I'm probably a little over 10 years. Never in my life did I think I would be driving the truck 10 years. Did I grow to love it? Yes. Did I have some amazing experiences out here? Absolutely. Probably some of the best experiences I had was when my wife came out on the road. Having her on the road was like, it didn't feel like work anymore to me. It started to feel like, what's the word? Like we were on a road trip all the time. Every new load we got, or every new destination we were headed to, was an adventure. It was like, we never been here before. Let's go check this out together. And we made it. It made it fun. And sure, I did it when I was out on the road solo. But man, when you solo travel, it can be fun. But sometimes, most of the time, when you solo travel, man, it's a miss. You might think you're gonna have a great time, but you really can't, because you're watching your own self. You're looking over, what I mean? You're looking over your shoulder. But besides the point, I'm getting way off track and start. I do this all the time. I get the camera in front of me and start rambling. But yeah, man, it's just, I just, be careful with the comments, because it just, I'm not going to bring you any information, or I'm not going to talk about anything that I don't know what I'm talking about. If I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to figure it out first before I get on camera in front of whoever may watch this video and start talking about something I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to go do my research first if I don't know. And if I don't know, I'll tell you from the beginning, hey, guys, I don't know too much about this topic. Is there any experienced drivers that do? I'll ask some of them in the comments, and we'll figure it out together. That's what the channel about. But I don't know why this door won't close. Something stuck up top. Sometimes you gotta slam them to get them to latch. All right, there we go. But yeah, man, like I said, there's a lot of avenues you can go down, man. And as you see right now, I'm in the yard jockey truck. You seen me the other day driving the manual. You guys see me over the road in my sleeper. You guys see all the different places. And this is just, all this happened in a matter of 2 months. That's just how fast life changes out here. And I want you guys to be able to come out here, and no matter what the situation is or what's going on, whether it be with the job or whether it be just life changes, I want you guys to be fully prepared and ready to take on any challenge that may come your way. And that's the best way to do it, is to have every box checked in this industry, that you'll be fine. So with that being said, like I said, that was my video. Only other update I got is I did get an email, man. Hats are finally on the way. I know it's been a long time. I've been talking about them for a while, but yeah, the hats are on the way. I don't know why I'm driving like this. I'm talking on here too. Head in there, but they are on the way, and when they come, man, like I said, the hats are just to help out the channel a little bit, and that's all. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to bring up. That I got a message from a gentleman, and he emailed me, and he was asking for me to mentor him. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. It was just, you know, we had that little conversation about how do we have this conversation, you know, how do we do this? You know, he didn't want to give me his exact phone number, and you know, I don't want to give out my phone number too, so understandably, and I want to do this right, but I did find that you can do it through YouTube, but I didn't want it when I first started YouTube. I didn't want to set up a members program and stuff like that, and because I didn't want to charge for information. Like, this all should be free, you know. Safety topics or helping you guys earn in your career. To me, it should be free. I shouldn't be charging people for this type of information. And I see, let me turn this truck off really quick. Oh, you know what? I'm supposed to drop this. But yeah, I didn't want to like charge for it. So I'll probably set up the like a members program, but I'm gonna set the price, because you have to set a price, and I'll set it so low that if anybody wanna, like, I guess Zoom call me and we can get, you know, one-on-one, then we'll do it that way. And you guys are welcome to, you know, hit me up and we talk on Zoom, or I'll just do an open Zoom call, and then a couple drivers want to get involved, we'll set it up that way. But other than that, yeah, I'm gonna set that up. And other than that, we're all good for today. That's all I pretty much wanted to bring up before I get back to making some of the fun videos. Well, I had fun. I don't know if you guys had fun while watching them. I try to make them fun and interesting, and like throw some edits in there and show off, like, you know, the show, make the channel fun, make it easy to watch. But yeah, that's all I got. And I guess till next time, later on in the week, I try to do like at least 2 a week. I have another one coming out. Till next time, I don't know what the topic is gonna be yet, but like I said, I got y'all with information twice a week. I'm out.